Hi, welcome to Todd's Tips. I'm Todd Barsness, a full-time voiceover talent, and Todd's Tips is a feature of VO Marketing Pro. Now, if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to voiceover, just visit our Facebook page, website, or contact us via email. The links are located here. Demond, our audio-visual producer, always puts these caveats. I said that I was going to do that right at the beginning, and I've never not done it because I want people to be able to not say, oh, he does it, I have to do it, without thinking. Or, well, I think he just does it, but I don't need to do it. I don't think that's right either. I think what you need to do is just slow down, think about what I'm saying, and then if it doesn't apply to you, fine. If it does, great. If you throw it out, that's fine too. So whatever. So here's my do for today. I do delegate. In 2015, my fourth full year of voiceover, I made a decision that has grown my VO business a ton. I decided that my business was at a point, it was on solid footing and headed in the right direction. I'd done a lot of work and had help from my family. But if I wanted to really grow my voiceover business, I would need to delegate. As a VO-only entrepreneur, I knew that I made my best money, the most money per hour, when I was behind the microphone. That said, I needed to market and stay in front of potential clients and my regular clients, my warm leads. And I needed to edit, I needed to invoice, and other non-behind the mic activities. You have to do that. Everybody has to do it. So I bit the bullet. I went against my very conservative, grain and bias. And it was the year that I made $81,000. And I decided to hire a marketing assistant. That, I would say, was the best business decision I ever made. I know that I had a lot of momentum, but the next year I went from $81,000 to $137,000. So, about a 43% increase in my income. And then the next year it was over $200,000. A lot of it because I hired somebody that was very organized, very systematic and faithful, and he took over and it grew. And so that was my first hire, my marketing assistant. Then I hired an editor who also did marketing when he wasn't editing for me. And finally, I hired my oldest son to manage my Fiverr account on a commission basis. Delegating at the right time was a game changer for my business. First, I make lots more money. I spend more, obviously, because I have employees, but it's worth it. I make a lot of money because I've stayed behind the microphone so much, and I probably average between $300 to $500 an hour. So I only work a few hours a day, and still I'm able to make over $1,000 a day. Second, I don't do some of the tasks I really don't like to do. I'm at that point in my business, and since I've hired people, I hire them to do things that I'm not that thrilled about doing, and they're very good at it. Third, I'm able to hire qualified assistants. I'm creating jobs, and I like doing that. I like to create jobs. I like to help other people. I like to help the economy, and I like to help other people's personal economies. And lastly, I work less hours for more money. That's kind of the bottom line. Work less hours for more money. Now, with the VO business style, and I'm just adding a little bit here, bonus information. With the VO business style I've created, that is, and I want to work regular Joe, diversity of income, don't try to hit the lottery kind of business. That's the kind of business I have. And I could explain what I mean by all of those. So if you want to ask questions later, we can. Unless I want to work 10 hours a day or more every day because I do everything myself, there's no way I could make over $300,000 ever, let alone 3 years in a row, without assistance. I have to have assistance. There certainly are very talented voiceover actors who make hundreds of thousands of dollars and don't work that many hours. They're just really good at what they do. They movie trailer, they do gaming, they do voice acting of national brands, cartoons, and things like that. So when they do work, they make lots of money, lots more per hour than I make. But that's not me. I'm a plodder. I'm a work-a-day, everyday type guy, and I need and want to have assistants to help me make money. That's my business model. So, case in point, be careful. Just some advice. Be careful, delegating isn't for everyone. Management of myself and others is a strong point of mine. I've done it for many, many years. It's maybe my biggest strong point, but it's not other people's. So you might need to do business differently. But I'll tell you one thing, don't throw out the idea if your business is moving in the right direction, if you have enough money to take care of your needs, plus you might want to think about hiring especially a marketing assistant. And that, of course, we're not going to give a commercial, but that's what our other business, VO Marketing Pro, does. It acts as your marketing assistant, and you can find out more about that if you'd like to, if you don't know anything about that. But that was a lot. So maybe you have questions, but the point being is I do delegate.
I think the biggest thing you mentioned, and I was going to ask you about it, but you said at the end, was making sure you can sustain somebody else, whether they're doing invoicing for you or marketing, stuff like that they can, or editing, that you're making enough that you can sustain them, because you'll find out pretty quick, hey, I made $50,000. I'm going to hire an editor, a marketer. And it's like, oh, well, I just made 50 again and I had to pay them X amount of dollars. So anyway, I'm not.
We've heard horror stories, even back farther of the chain. We've heard horror stories of people who have made big money on platforms or direct marketing or whatever, and then the next month or the next year they couldn't.
And then famine.
And they thought they were going to make that amount of money, and they didn't. And so even for themselves, they couldn't sustain that, let alone somebody else. So yes, you want to make sure you're on good footing, and that your business is headed in the right direction. But here's something to think about on the positive end. Even if it's some financial assistant helping you with invoicing, if you have tons of money on the books, let's say you make $75,000 a year and you have $25,000 on the books regularly, it might be in your benefit to actually pay somebody $5,000 or $10,000 a year to get that $25,000, because if you don't get it, you don't have it. And so same with marketing. Maybe you say, I can't afford it. Well, if you've sustained your business long enough that you know you can pay for your own needs and wants, and then you say, I think I can afford somebody else. If your business is going in the right direction, you're probably going to make more money the next year and the year after that, because that assistant is going to allow you to do what you do best, which is get behind the mic and make the most amount of money per hour. Thanks a lot for joining me for Todd's Tips. And if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to VO, the links are listed here.